being siren.
Yeah, you know I didn't change any birth dates, so I should probably get on that, but I don't think I could put in a birth date for Sonata, a character that, hear me if I'm wrong, I'm not sure, but did not exist before this, actual, you know, generation.
Her date of birth is the same as her date of death. The
What?
premiere of Rainbow.
Yeah. She's not really dead, though. She lives through the scheme of flashbacks. Anyways, we have Sonata and Pinkie Pie. Pinkie based on Stardust, yo! Speaking of Stardust, I can't wait for WWE to be having Stardust again.
Would you put it past them to just slap that gimmick on Finn Balor?
No. At this point, I wouldn't past it. I wouldn't put it past WWE to do a 2-on-26 handicap match. Put Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman over the entire Raw roster.
True.
Because they've done that before. And this is a bigger... And Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman are apparently bigger than CM Punk were at that time. At least to Vince's mind.
Yeah. Also, crazy bullshit idea. Make Wallflower blush, but make her based on Jim the Anvil Neidhart, aka who?
Alright, I think it might be time to give you a story about my experience with Jim the Anvil Neidhart in video games. So Jim the Anvil Neidhart is in WCW versus NWO Revenge for Nintendo 64.
He is?
He is. So, at one point in time, I was running a wrestling league involving the roster of that game.
Yeah.
So, Jim the Anvil Neidhart would make random run-ins, because the game would do random run-ins occasionally, Jim the Anvil Neidhart kept running into black people's matches.
So you hate Jim the Anvil Neidhart?
No! His gimmick, after doing that for like the 10th time straight, got changed. I decided to make him Jim, the racist Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Oh god.
And he would team with random people that, like, random jobbers and face, like, Harlem Heat, or take on... I don't know if Norman Smiley was in that game, but you get what I'm going for.
Man on a mission.
WCW NWO, not.
Oh.
I don't know. It happened because Twitch chat said so. Chat gave me the idea.
Oh god.
Twitch chat gives a lot of people ideas. Great. Being told by Pinkie Pie. Trying to get that submission. Though in this case, a lot of submissions you're gonna see are basically wear down moves. Unless it's a guaranteed finisher or a signature, it probably won't end a match. And with every waifu being the possible best that they can be in stat and everything, they won't end a match easily. Really, any waifu wins a match, I win. Can't wait. I can't wait to tell everyone that their waifu lost in 4channel, MLP, and Twitter, and everywhere else. I've already got enough salt telling people that Glimmer had cheerily lost and lost and everyone else lost. Did that invasion tournament gave me so many fucking, got me a few messages.
Pinkie Pie, just put. What even is that big old piece of?
The brown piece. It's a table piece.
Oh.
The Okay, so you know how WWE has like those big ass fucking tables?
Yeah.
So in Japan, the table is about like half that fucking size, and it's made of a solid fucking brick, made of pretty solid wood. You've seen them, right? You've seen Kenny Omega do his jump onto a table. Onto
Yes.
Okada, yeah. It's a big fucking thick piece of wood, which is why it doesn't really break that easily.
Yeah, but when it breaks, it looks cool.
It does! I'm not debating that. But that's why the table is in pieces. Fire Pro doesn't exactly do table-based move. It's an isometric game, and it'd be way too much code to get them to work, you know, in any direction like the WWE games. Because it's a 2D based game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we have tables in the corners with the light tubes. Can also be replaced with barbed wire if I wanted to put barbed wire on them too.
Who was the genius who decided, let's put barbed wire on tables and outside the ring, and let's have a match?
FMW probably. 1, 2, Pinkie Pie? No, not get the win. It was probably FMW in Japan. I know CZW in America does a lot of crazy shit. That's probably them too.
Yes, the promotion that Dean Ambrose came from. And
yes, and XPW did crazy shit. You wouldn't see this in ECW. Probably see Guy Roy with a flaming branding iron though. Maybe a barbed wire steel cage, but you wouldn't see like this crazy insanity.
Did Mick Foley ever wrestle in ECW?
Yes. Mick Foley was in ECW for an okay amount of time. Remember, he tried to do that whole, well, I'm Mick Foley, and now I hate hardcore wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a wrestling encyclopedia, kind of.
You're a nerd. That's what you are.
Wow. Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired. I'm a wrestling video game nerd. 2! Sonata! No! 2 counts.
Come on, Sonata. You could do it.
Can she?
Just
Think
keep
she's got
hitting her- Just keep hitting her with that table.
what it takes? I don't know. A very hard match for Sonata. She's been on the downturn. Pinkie has the advantage, but obviously one finisher can end it.
That's how it always is.
That's how it always is, unless you're like a guy who hits their finisher every 5 seconds. I don't know, how many Superman punches does Roman Reigns do?
I honestly lost count.
Pinkie Pie had the opportunity, but couldn't make it after reversing its current suplex on Sonata. Sonata in big trouble again. And trying to make a comeback. Thrown into the barbed wire goes Sonata. Explosions everywhere.
Poor Sonata.
Poor Sonata. Lasted 18 minutes. We are officially getting near the time where I might be thinking it could be a tie. Suplex to the outside. Sonata explodes again. A tie could really help Luna in this case. Because, I mean, Luna has 0 points, but if Pinkie and Sonata both have 1, that just makes it a more close group.
Yeah, what if neither win, then neither of us are happy?
I don't know, I think I'd probably go with, Hero. I could say, well, she didn't lose a match. Punch in the face. Sonata. I don't know what she's looking for.
Pinkie Pie almost got that.
Almost, but almost doesn't count. Not in wrestling, you gotta get the win. That's what it takes.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, well, there's no horseshoes and no hand grenades involved in these matches yet.
You know that some wrestler uses a horseshoe as a foreign object.
Yeah, it's called being a Texan.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. That's like that's being in a Texas Wrestling Federation. I've seen that. It happens in Texas. And no, if you want to be honest with me, how many Texan wrestlers have a cowboy gimmick?
A lot of them.
Yes.
JBL, Bob Orton.
Stan Hansen. Wait, is Stan Texan?
I think so.
Yeah, pan by Pinkie Pie. Ah! Pinkie! Pinkie, why? Why? You ruined the dream, but at least you got to win. Dark Matter getting the victory for Pinkie Pie.
Oh, that leaves me at, let's see here.
2-2.
Yep.
You are tied right now. Look.